I actually like the Bilt Rewards MasterCard, but in today's video, I'm going to be a little bit critical. The Bilt Rewards MasterCard has built a reputation. Wait, that was definitely an unintended pun. Anyway, they've crafted a reputation of being a strong contender in the credit card space. Some even say that it's the best credit card of 2023. But what if I told you that the success of the Bilt credit card could potentially change the credit card game forever, and not necessarily for the good? You see, Bilt has done some things that are different and has proven what is essentially a groundbreaking concept by departing from the normal way of conducting their credit card business. So let's dive straight into 5 things that may be dangerous to the credit card game. First up, we have to set the foundation and talk about the fact that this credit card does not come with a sign-up bonus. For me, this is a big deal because I typically won't even consider credit cards with weak sign-up bonuses, let alone a credit card that doesn't offer a sign-up bonus at all. But somehow, Bilt has overcome this weakness, and this is one of the things that makes me just a little bit nervous about this credit card. Now, I may be overthinking this a little bit or a lot of it, but when I think about it, this action in and of itself is pretty revolutionary to the credit card game because this action is usually reserved for credit cards that aren't very desirable and may not necessarily be very good. And I think that we all can agree that the sign-up bonus is a critical tool used by credit card issuers to encourage consumers to apply for a new credit card. But Bilt is proving that offering a sign-up bonus isn't the only method to draw interest to a credit card. And the more people that sign up for the Bilt credit card, further strengthens this argument that a sign-up bonus is not the ultimate deciding factor when getting a new credit card. And what is valued much more than a sign-up bonus is when a credit card solves a particular problem that no one else is solving. And you probably already know that this credit card has completely revolutionized paying your rent because as a cardholder, you will no longer have to worry about having to pay a transaction fee when using Bilt to pay your rent. So essentially, not only is Bilt showing the credit card industry that a sign-up bonus is not necessary, but it can also signal that offering an elevated sign-up bonus could be a thing of the past. Of course, these very bold statements will hinge upon how successful Bilt actually becomes over time. If Bilt proves that they can continuously get new card holders without offering a sign-up bonus, I honestly think that we are going to see more and more credit cards hit the market with this exact same strategy. 2 credit cards that immediately come to my mind and that are currently doing this are the Apple Card and the Citi Double Cashback credit card, since they do not typically offer a sign-up bonus offer. So it is being proven over and over again that sign-up bonuses aren't necessarily needed for no annual fee credit cards. Now, let's talk about the other type of bonus you can typically get with credit cards, and that's none other than the referral bonuses. And once again, Bilt is changing the game in this category as well, and I'm not convinced that it's for our benefit. For each successful referral, Bilt is currently offering 2,500 points, and for every 5 successful referrals, cardholders can earn a bonus of 10,000 points up to a bonus of 2 million points. Now, before you get excited and try to get as many referrals as possible, let's break down this reward earning structure and then compare it to other credit cards. Once you refer 5 people, you would have accumulated 12,500 points in referrals, plus an additional 10,000 points from Bilt, totaling 22,500 bonus points. And I hope that my math is actually mathing. To be honest, 5 referrals is a lot of referrals to only end up with 22,500 points. For comparison's sake, if you were to successfully refer 5 people to the Chase Sapphire Preferred, then you'd be able to get a total of 75,000 bonus points, which happens to be the maximum amount of points that you can earn with referrals per year on this particular credit card. That's 52,500 points more than the Bilt MasterCard. And that's on top of the opportunity to earn a sign-up bonus of at least 60,000 ultimate reward points after meeting the minimum spend requirement. But the way that Bilt presents this referral opportunity makes you feel encouraged to refer as many people as possible because they are offering that 10,000 bonus points for every 5 successful referrals and a cap of 2 million bonus points. In other words, throw as many numbers out there to distract the consumer from what is truly going on, and I can say that Bilt is basically getting away with highway robbery when you compare it to the same type of credit cards in this space. And even with some of the no annual fee offerings like the Chase Freedom Unlimited and Freedom Flex, you'll be able to get 10,000 ultimate reward points for each successful referral, up to 50,000 points per year, which again, you'll be able to get 50,000 points with Chase, while with Bilt, you'll only have 22,500 points. And let's say that you don't get that fifth person with Bilt, then you'll end up with 10,000 points for 4 referrals, while with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you could have received a total of 60,000 points in referral bonuses for the same number of people. So with this deflated referral bonus offer, Bilt is essentially showing credit card issuers that maybe they're paying a little bit too much for credit card referrals, and I hope that they don't pick up on this little tactic. Up until now, no credit card on the market made it possible to pay rent without incurring a transaction fee, which is typically somewhere around 2 to 3%. This little pesky fee really was a barrier to paying rent with your credit card because in most cases, you'll only be able to earn between 1 and 2% value in cash back, which means that charging your rent onto your credit card would actually cost you more in the long run than what you would actually benefit from. Now, there's an argument that if you have a travel credit card with access to good transfer partners, you can aim to get outsized value by transferring your points, but those redemption values are not always guaranteed, and you have to be worried of point devaluations. Here comes Bilt with a clever solution to get around that pesky transaction fee. Instead of using your credit card numbers to pay rent, Bilt will give you a routing and account number to use, thereby avoiding the transaction fee and allowing you to benefit from being able to earn reward points from that transaction. And that right there is the meat and potatoes of this credit card and the real reason why I signed up for this credit card. So what can potentially be wrong with this concept? Well, this goes back to point number 1 with there being no sign-up bonus offered with this credit card. When we take a look at the typical welcome offers from other credit card issuers for personal credit cards, the average monthly spend needed to meet the minimum spend requirement can be as little as approximately $167 per month to somewhere around $2,000 per month. However, most of the desirable travel credit cards within this space will be less than $2,000 per month to meet that minimum spend requirement. So when I think about this, this shows me exactly why there isn't a sign-up bonus and probably won't be a sign-up bonus offered in the future unless Bilt begins to receive some really stiff competition. You see, if Bilt were to offer a sign-up bonus, they would need to be competitive with the other travel cards like the Amex Gold, City Premier, Capital One Venture, and there are others as well, which means that they would have to offer somewhere around at least 60,000 points with a comparable minimum spend requirement, and they won't be able to exclude rent payments from counting toward that minimum spend requirement because none of the other competitors have this restriction. So what does this mean? This essentially means that the majority of their cardholders are definitely going to be able to meet a minimum spend requirement if Bilt were to implement this and give you a sign-up bonus offering with tens of thousands of points, which essentially means that Bilt is going to be handing out hundreds of dollars, and I can guarantee you, at least in my mind, they're going to do as much as they can to avoid having to do that. So as excited as I may be about not having to pay a transaction fee to charge my rent to my credit card, the opportunity cost here is pretty significant because as long as Bilt continues to essentially eat that transaction fee every month, offering an actual sign-up bonus just may not be financially feasible for that company. Forcing your consumer to do anything typically does not go over very well, but once again, Bilt has proven that they can implement this hated rule in a way that may not necessarily be seen as a negative. In order to earn rewards, you have to use your Bilt MasterCard a minimum of 5 times per month. For me personally, I only want to use this credit card once per month because I can typically squeeze out more value on my other credit cards, but this pesky little rule forces me to use this credit card more than I would like to, and the executives at Bilt knew that this would be a thought in the mind of many cardholders, so they came up with a solution, and that solution is what we currently know as Rent Day, where you earn double the amount of points on all transactions excluding your rent. This means that for one day out of the month, this particular credit card earns the most points out of any credit card in my wallet for dining purchases, and it even beats out the Amex Gold card on the travel category for that day, since I'll be able to earn 4x on flights instead of 3x with Amex. So again, I look at this benefit as a little bit of a distraction from the drawbacks of this credit card, and I can admit that this is a pretty good distraction because the average savvy person who doesn't have many credit cards will most likely do their best to make the most of their recurring monthly payments on this particular day to earn more rewards. And again, if people are complying with this requirement without complaining about this requirement, this can open a door for other credit card issuers to do the same. We know that issuers like Chase, American Express, and also US Bank, they typically do not like credit card churners because churners tend to cost them a lot of money. So moving forward, requiring a minimum number of transactions or some sort of activity to earn reward points can become a regular thing, and I don't think this is too far-fetched. Just take a look at the requirements to have a checking account with a bank. Usually some sort of direct deposit is required to avoid a monthly maintenance fee. Now, at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that there is no sign-up bonus with this credit card, and I think this is the third time I'm mentioning it now. So another thing that Bilt has done to try to make us feel a little better about this is by giving everyone the opportunity to earn extra bonus points for every trivia question answered correctly. And for those who get all questions right, there's usually an additional reward bonus of 100 points added to all of the points earned for the other correct answers. Additionally, there's usually some sort of challenge available where you can be entered into a drawing to have Bilt pay your rent if you successfully complete whatever the challenge activity may be. And within this past month here, Bilt actually included a chance to win 100,000 Bilt points, upper class flights with Virgin Atlantic, business class flights with Emirates, and Lyft ride credits. Again, and this is some pretty revolutionary stuff that Bilt is implementing. When was the last time you were able to enter to win some sort of a, for lack of better terms, lottery with any of your other credit card issuers? Now, I immediately think about the Yada credit card, so I do know that someone else does something similar to this, but think about it for all of the other ones. And if there is one that I don't know, feel free to mention it in the comment section down below. But anyway, at the same time, as much as I want to give Bilt the win for this, I kind of see this as a distraction to help you to forget that you did not receive a sign-up bonus offer in the first place. Ultimately, I think the Bilt Rewards MasterCard is a very good credit card for anyone who currently pays rent. Yes, you will endure the opportunity cost. You are going to be forced to use this card at least 5 times per month, and yes, the referral bonuses aren't that great, but I still wouldn't write off this credit card. I do, however, hope that other credit card issuers don't start replicating Bilt's tricks to get away with not offering a sign-up bonus, but time will tell and we will wait and see. If you are interested in the Bilt Rewards MasterCard, be sure to watch this video next where I show you the step-by-step process with applying for the Bilt Rewards MasterCard. And as always, thank you so much for watching to the end. So come on over and get your high five.